In the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Egyptian desert, a story is buried. A story of power, ambition, and a mystery that has puzzled historians for over 2 millennia. This is the tale of an entire army, 50,000 strong, that marched into the dunes and vanished without a trace. This is the story of the lost army of Cambises II. Our story begins in the year 525 BC. The mighty Persian Empire, under the rule of Cambises II, son of Cyrus the Great, had just conquered Egypt. The pharaoh was defeated, and the wealth of the Nile was now in Persian hands. But Cambises was not a man to rest on his laurels. His ambition was as boundless as the empire he commanded. From his new seat of power in Egypt, he set his sights on conquering the rest of Africa. To secure his western flank, Cambises planned a daring expedition. His target was the remote but fabulously wealthy Siwa Oasis, home to the revered Oracle of Amón. This oracle held immense influence, and its priests had defied Persian authority. For Cambises, subduing them was both a strategic necessity and a matter of pride. He dispatched a force of 50,000 of his best soldiers, a mix of Persians, Medes, and Greek mercenaries, to march from Thebes across the treacherous western desert to bring the oasis to heel. The Greek historian Herodotus, writing about 75 years after the event, is our primary source for what happened next. He tells us that the army set off from Thebes with local guides, well supplied for the arduous journey ahead. They marched for 7 days, reaching a place known as the Oasis of the Islands, which scholars today identify as the Karga Oasis. This was the last time the army was ever seen by the outside world. From Karga, the soldiers turned northwest, plunging into the heart of the Great Sand Sea. It was here, somewhere in that desolate, featureless landscape, that their fate was sealed. According to Herodotus, as the army was midway through their journey, a catastrophic event occurred. He writes, "A wind from the south, strong and deadly, arose, and burying them in the masses of sand which it bore, it caused them utterly to disappear. A simoon, a colossal sandstorm, had swallowed them whole. 50,000 men, their weapons, their supplies, all gone, as if they had never been." For centuries, the story was treated as just that, a story. A dramatic tale told by Herodotus, perhaps exaggerated or even fabricated to embellish the power of the gods and the hubris of a foreign king. No definitive archaeological evidence ever surfaced. No mass graves, no rusted armor, no trace of a 50,000-man army. The desert kept its secrets locked away. Explorers and adventurers, drawn by the legend, searched in vain. The lost army became a phantom, a whisper on the wind. But is it possible for such a massive force to simply vanish? The logistics of moving 50,000 men across one of the most hostile environments on Earth are staggering. They would have needed thousands of gallons of water per day, tons of food, and thousands of pack animals. Such a caravan would have left a trail, a footprint in the sand that, while ephemeral, should have yielded some clue. The complete absence of evidence led many modern historians to be skeptical. Some argued that the army was never sent at all, or perhaps it was a much smaller force that was ambushed by local tribes, and the story was later inflated by Herodotus for dramatic effect. The mystery endured, captivating the imagination. Then, in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the desert began to offer tantalizing hints. Geologists studying satellite imagery identified ancient tracks and potential caravan routes that had been invisible from the ground. In 2009, 2 Italian archaeologists, brothers Angelo and Alfredo Castiglioni, announced a spectacular find. Near the Siwa Oasis, they discovered what they believed were remnants of the lost army. Hundreds of human bones, Persian-style arrowheads, a bronze dagger, and even the fossilized remains of horses. They also found a natural rock shelter, large enough to have provided temporary refuge from a storm. Could this be it? The long-awaited proof? The Castiglione brothers theorized that the army wasn't caught in the open desert as Herodotus described, but had reached the vicinity of Siwa before being overwhelmed. They proposed that the soldiers, battered and disoriented by the storm, were then picked off by local warriors defending the oasis. The academic world, however, remains divided. Many archaeologists are cautious, pointing out that the artifacts could belong to any number of groups who traveled that desert over the centuries. A single rock shelter with a few hundred skeletons, while significant, is not a 50,000-man army. The evidence is compelling but not yet conclusive. The scale of the disappearance remains the biggest enigma. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in a combination of these theories. The army, already weakened by thirst, exhaustion, and the relentless sun, could have been scattered by a series of smaller sandstorms, not just one cataclysmic event. Broken into smaller, leaderless groups, they would have been easy prey for both the elements and any hostile forces they encountered. They may not lie in one single mass grave, but are scattered across hundreds of square miles, their remains buried, uncovered, and reburied by the shifting sands over millennia. Today, as the sun sets over the great sand sea, the landscape is one of sublime and terrifying beauty. The wind whispers across the dunes, shaping and reshaping the very ground that holds the secret. The golden light softens the harsh terrain, and for a moment one can almost imagine them. Ghostly silhouettes marching toward the horizon, an eternal procession of soldiers on a journey that never ended. They are a monument to the power of nature and a timeless reminder of the fragility of human ambition. The lost army of Cambises remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries, its soldiers still waiting somewhere beneath the sand to be found. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past. If you are fascinated by the echoes of history and the mysteries that time has yet to reveal, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. There are many more stories buried in the sands of time, waiting to be told. We'll see you in the next one.